Chapter 13. How would you describe your use of gestures? Do they tend to be more open or closed? Do they vary depending on the type of communication situation? And what could you do to improve your use of? Well, first I wanted to talk about what open gestures and closed gestures was. So, a person who has open gestures would be a person who uses their hands to speak. It's basically positive gestures that show that the person is confident in what they're saying. And closed gestures would be a person who's talking with their hand covered over their mouth, one kissing the basins, or their arms across. And basically, all of those gestures that they use usually are very distracting, and you're not able to really understand what they're saying because while their hand is covered over their mouth, you're not able to hear everything that they might be saying, or maybe it's just going to be distracting. You might not believe what they're saying because the fact that their hand is covering over their mouth shows that they might not be confident in what they're saying. I tend to use open gestures whenever I'm talking or delivering any kind of communication. So my communication doesn't vary, but between the type of communication situation, I always use open gestures. But one thing I can say that I could do to improve my use of gestures, I could probably try to use gestures a lot more often. And I could just make sure that I'm using the appropriate gestures and not like when I'm moving my arms and stuff like that, make sure